Captain,
Bishop, how are you, sir?
we're doing very, very, very well. I'm sorry for all the glitch and the problems we're having. Where was the machines where we're having few problems?
No problem at all. We're all adjusting to this virtual world.
You look very well rested today, Captain.
Thank you. I don't feel it sometimes, but I appreciate you saying that. It's very kind of you, and it's great to see you as well. Your friendly, uplifting smile, as always.
Thank you very much. Please, can you introduce yourself and let's talk, please?
Sure. Thank you. My name is Greg Freed. I'm a captain with the Fairfax County Police Department. I'm currently assigned as the commander of the Franconia District Police Station.
Thank you, Captain. Captain, before I brought you on, I was telling the viewers and the listeners all over the world how passionate a person you are, how kind, how loving you are as a father to the entire community you serve, and what a great police officer you are. That is why, in this particular difficult time, I'm inviting you to come and join us. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm always honored and without hesitation, always welcome to join you.
Thank you. Captain, our world is changed because of coronavirus.
Yes, absolutely. We've had to adjust as well with some of our business practices with the police department, with how we respond to calls for service. We're taking more reports over the phone. Our officers are ensuring that they're wearing personal protective equipment, which we are very fortunate to have available to us. But the main point that we, as the police department, are trying to get out to our community is that we are still here. We are still delivering a exceptional level of service that the community deserves, and we want to provide. So that is still going on.
So, in the Fairfax area, has some of the officers tested positive to this? Because we're aware that so many of the New York police officers tested positive, and so many of them also even passed on. Have you experienced this in Virginia?
By the grace of God, we're very fortunate. In our police department, we've not had to date any officers test positive, but it is absolutely a sad story as we see across the country all frontline workers, first responders that are coming in contact with people in their community and getting coronavirus or COVID. And all the police officers, specifically, like you said, the New York City Police Department that has lost officers and some others across the country. Our heart goes out to them. Chief Rossler has instructed, with National Police Week coming up, where we honor the fallen officers that have lost their lives in the line of duty. And it's going to be a special time this year as well as we think about all those during this time as well.
Thank you. It's our heart goes out to all the officers that have lost their life for saving others and for being the frontliners who have saved so many people. So we are very, 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 very grateful, and we are also thankful, also especially to you as a captain. So, Captain, I want to ask a question. So, I know that in America, if somebody is over speeding, police officers stop them. Are they still stopping bad motorists on the road?
I would say that one of the positives is that crime is down, not only here in Fairfax County and in Virginia, but across the country. So that is one benefit that we are experiencing right now. Crime is down, but with less cars on the road, and you are well aware how congested traffic can be under normal conditions in this area. With less cars on the road, we have seen some people take in a little extra opportunity with speeding. So our officers are still out there. They're trying to be visible. As always, our hope is that with our presence that we seek voluntary compliance and everyone is obeying the traffic laws and, driving safely to get where they have to go.
Wow, wow, wow. It's just that we're so thankful for the sacrifices that you and your officers gave to make everybody safe in this very, very bad time. But Captain, if a woman calls and said, my husband is abusing me, how do you go in to bring peace to that family in this coronavirus time?
That's a great question. And we've received that question a lot from our community. One of the things that we did here in the Franconia district, we had our monthly community advisory committee meeting, and I invited our victim advocate to come on to speak about the services that she offers to our community. We had our domestic violence detective come on as well and answer questions and provide information about the resources that she has available to the community. And our victim services section as a whole in the police department, they put out videos in several different languages advising folks in our community that the resources are available to them. We are still investigating these cases. If you are ever in fear, to contact us. And we've redeployed some of our resources, but those we've kept in place to ensure that we are investigating those cases 100%, and there is absolutely no, lapse in those going on. So we're still responding to them, investigating them, and making arrests and providing resources to victims of domestic violence.
Captain, there is something I personally love about you, just watching and listening to you. You are very passionate to police work. Is your work a calling or just a career? Can I ask you this general question?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I said, listening to you, I see that you're full of passion and hunger to help and to save people. Police work, is it a career or a calling?
It's a calling, 100%. There's a risk associated with this job. Our officers come to work every day. They leave their families at home. They come to work every day to protect our community. They face evil at times and see absolutely unthinkable things. And it has to be a calling. It's a passion deep inside of the soul of our officers, and to see the work that they do every day. And, I'd be honest with you and I tell you that, is everything absolutely perfect? No. But what I admire so much about our officers is during a time like this, they just roll up their sleeves and they go to work.
Wow.
There are questions, sure, that they ask, and everything's not wonderful. We're dealing with uncertain economic times right now as well, but they just roll up their sleeves and go to work. And there's no other way to say other than it is a calling.
Wow. Thank you. I believe that I am not the only person that is so grateful and appreciate the work that you do in the community, but everybody that is clear-minded should support you and appreciate you. Captain, we've been thinking how we can come together with the police department to do something generally, we know that there's social distancing rules, all of it going on. How do we come together to do something to appreciate your men and women in uniform?
Well, I say this all the time. I know that a thank you to our officers goes a long way. They don't always hear that. They're, like I said, they are called into crisis all the time. So when somebody says thank you for their service, I know that is something they truly appreciate. We've received letters here thanking them for their work and their service to the community. We've received cards of appreciation, which have been nice. Local businesses or restaurants have delivered boxed food to us. Our Franconia Community Advisory Committee, they have sent snacks and drinks from Amazon to us. So it's just, again, that's one thing I said when we had one of our meetings. I love this community here as well because, as you know, and you've mentioned, that was one of the priorities I had here as commander, was to increase our engagement footprint. We are a part of this community, and to see that happening right now and everyone with the outpouring of support for us is amazing. But there are so many more than just us out here on the front lines. Our healthcare workers and all the industries. And actually, we put together a video thanking them with the officers here at the Franconia station, and the police department shared it on their social media page because we realized that we get thanked a lot and we know how much that is appreciated. So we wanted to do our part to thank others.
Wow. Captain, thank you so much. Captain, before I let you go, I know you are a very busy person. Generally, what advice would you give to everybody that is watching? People are watching all over the world.
I would say to, listen to your local area and the advisories that are given. We're all in this together. And, we don't know what the future is going to look like when things may return to some level of normalcy. But we need to ensure that we're all doing our part to keep everyone safe. And that's how we're going to get out of this sooner than later. So I hope that everyone stays safe. My heart goes out to those who have been impacted by this or have lost a loved one. And I know that we're all going to get through this. And what I'm most confident about is I think as a community and as a country, we're going to come out stronger.
On behalf of myself, my studio, and everybody, listen as we all applaud you. You're great, and you are great. You make police officers' work just admirable. We're very thankful to you for your time, your family. Sometimes I wonder how your family feels seeing you do all this wonderful work you do.
That's a great question. Some days are better than others, for sure.
Some days are better. I hope you don't take the issues of your work home because it's stressful.
No, definitely not. My wife is very supportive, and we had a conversation today. Actually, it's interesting you bring that up, and the things that I'm able to do here at work for our officers, for our community, would not be possible without her and her support. So the opportunity to say it, as far as your viewers will go, I appreciate my wife and her support and my family.
Captain Gregory R. Fried, Franconia Police Chief, we salute you and thank you so much. God bless you. We love you and we really love you. We're going to get ourselves together and we'll come in there to also be a bang to the service. God bless you and thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see you. Have a good one.
I'll
Stay
see you.
well.
Thank you too. Yes, right. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.